Who else just can't get a job in 2025? I have been unemployed for the past 3 years, and I've spent the last 2 years trying to get a job. And tell me why some of the jobs I applied for, when they didn't respond to me 7 months ago, they respond to me now. Like, just to throw it in my face that I'm never getting a job. If you got a job out there, you lucky, bro. You're so lucky.
Bro, I feel like you have a better chance of finding your dad that left 10 years ago than to find a job in 2025. Like, I swear, bruh, nobody wants to hire me. It's like, why even say y'all are hiring in the first place if y'all won't even take a second to look at my application? Finding a job nowadays is like dating. You're out here shooting your shot by putting in all these applications only for these companies to end up ghosting you. Not even a simple email saying that I wasn't selected. These companies just go completely ghost on you. They out here treating me like I'm some hoe or something. Because tell me why a few months back when I was looking for a new job because my current one wanted to cut my hours like LeVar Ball cutting off his leg type shit. And so when that shit happened, I applied to over 100 jobs and we are now in March. It's been a few months and not a single one ever hit me back. Not even McDonald's, bruh. Ronald McDonald out here hoeing by not giving people jobs. That greedy ass clown. Bro, you know you are cooked when not even McDonald's wants to hire your chopped ass. My advice to the people that are currently employed, please, for the love of God, keep that job that you hate so much. If you are one of those that keeps showing up late for work, you better start coming in at least an hour early. And for the ones that keep calling in for work, I want you to hop in that 1999 Civic with 200k miles on it and go clock into that 9 to 5, little bro. Because I promise you, the way the job market is nowadays, the last thing you want to happen to you is to lose your job. But hey, y'all stay safe out there, drink plenty of water, eat your vegetables and fruits, and remember, don't be silly, wrap that willy. But anyways, I'm out of here, guys.
Is this not a common experience in this job market? Like, I've never struggled this hard to find a job in my life. And it sucks because I feel like people just automatically assume you're not trying hard enough when you've been unemployed this long. I truly feel like you can't judge unless you've actually been looking for a job in this market.
Is it me or these jobs don't really be hiring for real? Like, you really do the application, interview, then never really call you back. Or you could just apply, then never get back to you for an interview. Then when you call up there to see if the hiring managers are so you get an interview, they lie and say that the manager isn't there and call back tomorrow. Who do y'all think finna keep on calling out every day to see if I can get a job? Like, there's literally no way y'all should be having all these opportunities open on the website and Indeed. And y'all not getting back to nobody? What's tea? Like, at this point, y'all wasting my time and your time. Like, come on now. Like, it's like they be knowing that you need, like, 3-4 jobs to survive in this economy. And it's like, you're already there. Help me. Like, everybody's just saying, find another job. Quit Home Depot. I can't do that if ain't nobody else is hiring. Come on now. And then it'd be worse if you apply on Indeed.
I just want to vent to y'all real quick because I understand completely that the job market is fucked right now. Like, it's bad. Nobody can find a good job, and I get that. But with the service industry, that's never been really an issue. You've always kind of been able to, like, quit one job one day and then get another job the next day or within the same week. And, you know, you'll be fine. But I have quit a couple of jobs this year just because the environment just doesn't work for me. And it's become more difficult and more difficult to find another job. I don't know if this is just like an Atlanta thing because the nightlife or the restaurant industry in Atlanta is so small and condensed that there's only but so many places you can work. And the good places, nobody ever leaves. Like, they are never hiring. And even though new places are opening up every day, somehow they have a full staff that they're not looking to extend after like a week or so. And it's crazy to me because the service industry is supposed to be one of those industries where you don't have problems finding jobs. But even places where I feel as though I'm kind of lowering my standards to work here, it's like, damn, like, y'all not hiring nobody? I don't need no type of help. So it's like, now I have to, of course, you know, lower my cost of living, and I'm selling my car and getting rid of things that I can no longer afford because I was already working in an up and down industry, with the service industry, but now it's like I can't even find a job, really. Like, I can't find a job where I'm consistently working and I can pay my bills. There have been some opportunities that I've been given, for sure, but it's either the environment is extremely toxic and it doesn't work for me, or there's a lot of work but no actual money that's being made. And I understand that it's rough for everybody out here, but I feel as though if I'm going to work in fine dining, I don't care what the economy got going on. If you want me to sell a $300 steak, why is it an option for people to only tip me like $5-10? If everything will fall back on me. I'm the only one that gets hurt in this arrangement. So it just completely baffles me how the service industry in Atlanta just completely and utterly sucks. And it's just all recycled to the point where if you've worked at one place, you've worked at all of them. So it's like, I've worked at so many places now because I've lived here like almost 5 years, that it's like, it's hard for me to find something that's going to make me the money that I need to make, not be overly stressful, have a good environment. And I feel like these aren't extremely high standards that I'm asking for, but apparently they are. And when I was working in New York, I never had these problems. The service in Miami when I visit Miami, is not like the service here in Atlanta. And I'm seeing like posts on my Instagram about these places hiring, but guess where they are? They're in New York, they're in Miami, they're in Dallas, like these restaurants. And I just feel so stuck here, stuck in this wash and tumble, rinse and repeat type of environment, when I could be in like a more thriving city, even though of course New York has its problems, a more thriving city. And I don't think, I'm like 96% positive, if I was in New York City, my home city, I'd have something by now. There's just too many spots to not have something, but it's not like that here in Atlanta. And I can't go too far out of the city because I'm not going to have a car soon. So it's like, you're really stuck. And I don't get why people keep moving here and are subjugating themselves to being stuck here. I'm so ready to go. I'm trying to put everything in motion so I can get out of here. I just can't do it anymore.
I was cracking up because I was thinking, you know what? I've been job hunting for like 4-5 months now, and it just hasn't yielded any kind of useful results for me. And then something funnier than that happened. I blew up on TikTok to the point where I have been paying my bills with these fucking videos. And my platform grew from 19,000 followers to 106,000 followers in 2 months. I've been at this shit for 6 years, and in the past 2 months, it has been easier. It has been easier for me to become a niche internet micro celebrity than it was for me to get a fucking job. It has been easier for me to blow up on this platform, to get paid from this shit, than to just get a regular schmegula ass job. Before I moved cities, I had a pretty decent career as a mail carrier. But I wasn't really happy where I was living. I didn't want to be there anymore. And then also I was doing this at the same time. And I have been since I've been working. But it's not something that I took that seriously yet. But since I had the extra time on my hands since I've moved here, I've taken it more seriously than ever, and it's yielded me genuine results. I keep getting ghosted from these jobs. I'm showing up to these places, and they're telling me that they don't have me on the list to orient. Like, the fuck does that even mean? I'm just gonna go whole hog with it. Like, why not? Like, I've already invested enough, and I'm already seeing a return on it. And people clearly want to hear what I have to say, so I'm at a point now where it's just like, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna focus on this now.
I have applied to so many jobs recently. Tell me why it's impossible to get a job right now. So just for reference, I used to work in recruiting. I got my first recruiting job with zero experience like 4 years ago. I literally applied, they interviewed me, and within that week I got the job. And then after that job, I worked for another company called Robert Half. They also interviewed me. Within 2 weeks, they hired me, and it really wasn't an issue. I had that year of experience from the other recruiting company, and then I just jumped into this new job. Now I am looking for another recruiting job again, or just any job with talent sourcing, recruiting, anything like that. It is literally impossible. I think I've applied Like in the last 6 months, I think I've applied to at least like hundreds of jobs. Either I don't hear back, they do rounds of interviews, they do rounds of interviews with me and then I don't get the job, or they just straight up reject me. And it's crazy because some of these jobs I'm overqualified for, or I know 100% I'm qualified for, and they still aren't hiring. It's just really confusing because I've never had a hard time getting a job in my life. And for it to be this hard, I'm applying to hundreds of jobs and I'm not even getting one is insane. Does anyone know why the F this is happening? What is causing this job market to be so effing bad?